She stands at the mirror, the day's first light soft on her face. It's a ritual as old as time, this quiet meeting with the self. For years, this was a place of critique, a battleground where every perceived flaw was magnified, every insecurity brought into sharp focus. The world outside had taught her to measure her worth in reflections, to seek approval in the gaze of others. She learned to paint on a smile, to dress for an audience, to perform a version of herself she thought everyone wanted to see. But today, something is different. The air is still, and for the first time in a long time, so is her mind. She looks, really looks, past the sleepy eyes and stray hairs. She sees beyond the surface-level checklist of what society deems beautiful or acceptable. She lets her gaze soften, moving past the woman who is a daughter, a partner, a friend, an employee. She is searching for the person underneath it all, the one who has been there through every triumph and every tear, the silent witness to her own life. Then a small, genuine smile appears. It doesn't burst forth. It blooms, slowly, gently. It's a smile of recognition, of reunion. This smile is not for anyone else. It isn't a performance or a mask. It holds no expectation and seeks no applause. It is a private, sacred conversation between her and the woman in the glass. A quiet truce in a long-fought war. It is not about a new lipstick or a fancy dress. Those are beautiful, but they are additions, not the foundation. This moment is about the foundation itself. It's about the skin she lives in, the heart that beats faithfully in her chest, the mind that has weathered so many storms. It is a quiet acknowledgement of the person looking back. A nod that says, I see you. I see your strength. I see your struggle. And I am here with you. I am on your side. This is where the real glow begins. Not from a highlighter or a filter, but from a wellspring of acceptance deep within. It's a light that can't be bought or borrowed. It must be cultivated. A love that starts on the inside, needing no validation to exist. It is sovereign. It is home. With a single, conscious breath, she lets go of the weight of expectation. A soft, steady light. The most powerful kind of beautiful. It's the beauty of resilience, of authenticity, of a woman who is finally, fully, and unapologetically coming home to herself. We talk so much about the glow up. We see the dramatic before and after photos, the external transformations that garner likes and comments. We celebrate the new haircut, the weight loss, the career promotion. But the deepest transformation happens within. It's the quiet decision to stop abandoning yourself. It's the commitment to listen to your own needs, to honor your own boundaries, to speak to yourself with the same kindness you so freely offer to others. This is the true work. When a woman loves herself, she moves through the world differently. Her steps are more certain, not because she has no doubts, but because she knows she can hold her own hand through them. Her voice is clearer, not because she is always loud, but because she speaks from her own truth. Her presence is a gentle power, an invitation for others to also be at home in themselves. This quiet beginning in the mirror is not the end of the journey. It is the powerful, grace-filled start of everything. True self-love doesn't arrive like a lightning flash, a sudden dramatic event that changes everything in an instant. No, it is the gentle, steady rising of the sun. It begins as a faint whisper of light on the horizon, almost imperceptible. But it grows with quiet persistence, gradually pushing back the darkness, warming the world with its presence. This inner dawn builds slowly, day by day, through a series of small, intentional acts of kindness toward yourself. It's a conscious practice, a choice you make over and over again. It starts with how you speak to yourself. For years, maybe your inner voice has been a harsh critic, pointing out every flaw and mistake. The practice is to notice that voice and then gently, patiently offer a different perspective. Speak with compassion instead of criticism. When you stumble, instead of saying, I always mess up, try, that was a difficult moment, and I did my best. I am learning. This isn't about ignoring reality, it's about framing it with grace. This kindness extends to your physical self. Choose food and rest not as rewards or punishments, but as fundamental acts of love. Nourish your body with food that makes you feel vibrant and energized, Listen when it tells you it's tired, and grant it the deep, restorative rest it needs to heal and recharge, without guilt, and it extends to your future. Tending to your financial well-being is another profound act of self-care. It's about creating a sense of security, making small, consistent choices that build a foundation of stability, allowing you to dream and plan from a place of peace, not panic. With this growing internal alignment, you learn to set boundaries that protect your peace and honor your energy. You begin to recognize that your capacity is not infinite, and saying no to one thing is often saying yes to your own well-being. You realize this glow you are cultivating is not for an audience. It is for you. It is the warmth you feel on a quiet morning, the confidence in your own steps, the calm that settles in your heart. It becomes an inner well of contentment, a source of strength you can draw from regardless of external circumstances. Rooted in your inherent worth, you become less fragile, less swayed by the opinions of others or the inevitable storms of life. Your anchor is this unwavering self-love, a deep and abiding relationship with the person you are and the person you are becoming. And from this centered place, its ripple touches every part of your life, transforming how you show up in the world and connect with others. How does self-love become tangible, something real? It stands on 3 pillars, where inner work becomes visible and transforms living. Your inner light becomes visible, palpable. First, emotional well-being. It is the foundation, how we talk to ourselves, feel, and set boundaries. Second, physical well-being. Honor the body with respect, care, and nourishment. Third, financial well-being. Security, stability, honoring your worth. These pillars create an aura of competence and grace. Self-love begins in the quiet corners of your mind. Transform the inner critic into a compassionate friend. Allow feelings without judgment. Joy, sadness, anger, fear. Give yourself permission to be human and worthy. She once spiraled over unanswered messages. She practiced, "It is okay. His timing is not my worth." She filled waiting with what nourished her. Men feel this calm from a mile away. Pressure dissolves. Safety invites authenticity and depth. Quiet confidence needs no announcement. Understated strength is deeply attractive. It signals maturity and self-knowledge, rare and beautiful. Physical self-love is not punishment, it is care. Listen to your body and give it what it needs. Start with water. Choose energizing foods. Find movement that brings joy. Dance, walk, stretch. She stopped fighting numbers and started celebrating ability. She honored sleep, sacred renewal. She dressed for comfort and ease. Care shows. Clearer skin, taller posture, brighter eyes. Men notice vitality. It is energy, not size. She walks in at ease with herself. Her vibrancy is contagious. He feels more alive too. Financial well-being is a profound form of self-love in action. It's a quiet promise you make to your future self, a commitment to provide the peace and stability you deserve. It begins not with grand gestures, but with a gentle turning towards, a decision to no longer look away from the numbers that represent your life's energy. The first step is to simply understand money, to see it not as a source of stress, but as a tool. Create a budget, not as a restriction, but as a map that guides your resources toward what truly matters to you. And save for your future, even if it's just a small amount. Each dollar set aside is a building block for the life you envision. Let this be your mantra. I am worthy of security. I am worthy of peace of mind. This journey is not about being rich. It is about being responsible. It's about becoming a faithful steward of the resources you've been given and the rewards of your hard work. Remember that money represents your time, your energy, and your unique talent. It is the tangible result of the hours you've dedicated and the skills you've honed. To manage it with intention is to honor the very essence of your effort. She once avoided her bank balance and let bills pile up unopened. The fear of not having enough was a constant heavy weight. Avoidance felt like a shield, but it only amplified the anxiety. Then, she made a change. She tracked her spending, created a simple budget, and saved just a little each month. It wasn't a sudden windfall, it was a slow, deliberate practice of paying attention. With each small deposit, she felt not just her savings grow, but her pride and her sense of capability. The jar became a symbol of her own reliability. Slowly, the ever-present fear receded, replaced by a quiet, unshakable confidence. She was no longer a passenger to her circumstances. She became the architect of her own security, laying each brick with intention and care. This newfound command over her life radiated outward. People, including men, noticed this kind of maturity, this foresight and stability. It's an attractive energy that speaks of substance and self-respect. Now, she confidently asks for her worth because she knows its value. She walks away from jobs, relationships, and situations that undervalue her, not with anger, but with clarity. And in turn, the respect she receives from others, and from herself, deepens profoundly. We communicate beyond words, through energy, posture, presence. Self-love changes the energy you bring into every interaction. At peace with herself, she radiates calm and openness. Not seeking validation, she already gives it to herself. He relaxes. No pressure to perform. Emotional resonance. We sync to steady frequencies. Anxiety is palpable. So is inner peace. 3 ways he can tell. Calm boundaries, clear yes and no. Consistency. Daily habits, rest, and finances you protect. Ease. No chasing validation. Present, warm, and self-respecting. Wholeness invites wholeness, like attracts like. Each morning, hand on heart. Say one kind sentence to yourself. Move with joy for 10 minutes daily. Start saving $1 a day. A habit that says, I plan for my future. Do not wait for weight, promotion, or relationship. Start today. Breathe, soften, smile, whisper a kind word. Tell her, I'm on your side. Plant the seed, begin. Small steps, patient days, your glow will grow. Your light becomes strength and joy. You are worthy of your own love. You were born worthy. Men will feel it without a word.